Hey guys, Uncle Jay here, and years ago, when I was in my 20s, I made a bucket list of things to do before I die, and up there, almost right at the very tip top, was become a Hollywood stuntman. And I found a stunt school where you learn air rams, ratchets, car stuff, get set on fire, how to sell things, the getting punched and kicked and thrown around and all that shit. Jumping through windows, all that stuff. My dad actually gave me the money to go to the stunt school, and I didn't realize it at the time, but trying to get into the Stuntman's Association is harder than getting into the NFL as a player. It's that freaking tough. I mean, I grew up watching The Fall Guy and watching Lee Majors in The Fall Guy. And he's driving around a 79 GMC pickup truck, hanging out with hot blondes and sitting in hot tubs smoking cigars and doing stunt work and shit. I'm like, that's the fucking life for me. And I did quite a bit of stuff, actually. A lot of low budget movie stuff. I actually did stunts in a porno. I'm going to show you that clip. And student films. But the one thing that I actually did the most was a show called 1,000 Ways to Die. And I died like 5 or 6 times on that show. And it was such a fun show to work on. The reason why I got on there is because it's non-union. And some fucking asshole decided to try and flip it, to try and make it sag and all that shit. And that if you want to know why 1,000 Ways to Die is gone, it's because some guy tried to fucking flip it. Anyway. That's how I lost my job on 1,000 Ways to Die. Actually, that's not true. That's how 1,000 Ways to Die died. How I lost my job was I got killed too many times on that show. People were like contacting the production saying, hey, I saw that guy die last week. I died more than anybody else on that fucking show. I got a call from the stunt coordinator. I'm not going to mention his name. And he said, well, I'm working on 1,000 Ways to Die again. And I may have a gig for you. I said, okay, well, what is it? And he said, well, you're going to be in a lounge chair, a collapsible lounge chair, by a pool. And some pretty girls go by. And you try to get up, hit on them. And as you're getting up out of this collapsible chair, it collapses on you, and it grabs you by the ball sack. And as you're flailing around, you lose your footing, and you fall into the deep end of the pool. And the chair is an anchor and drags you by the ball bag to the bottom, and you drown. And I said, I will do this for free. Because this is the best fucking one ever. And I'd love to do it. And he said, well, there's a problem because you've been on a lot and people are starting to, recognize you and all that stuff. And I said, tell them I'll do it for free. And sadly, I got a call back later that day. And he said, sorry, they have to hire somebody else. That one I really wanted to do. Really fucking bad. I don't know if they ever did it. They probably did. But, oh God, that would have been so much fucking fun. Hey, girls! Just go down in the deep end of the pool. That would have been a lot of fun. I would have actually loved to do that. And again, I would have done it for free. So I'm going to show you guys some clips of me on 1,000 Ways to Die. I don't want to get busted for a copyright willy. I don't know if I will because I'm actually in these clips. Like I'm in them. But the clips that I have here, I want to promote the people that uploaded these videos. So give them a like. Give them a sub if you can. It's free. It doesn't cost you shit. And the first one is actually pretty funny, so let's check it out.
Nature does its best to lick its own pussy. It's called fitting the...
Okay, so that's me driving the car, and I'm not sure why this guy edited the audio from the show. I don't know why he did it, but check him out, Super Idiot Man 00. He put this video up, so let's keep on going. But yeah, that's me driving, obviously.
Bitch ass niggas weren't just they were ass slaves. Right away, you son of a fucking bitch. If these guys weren't so drunk, they wouldn't be fucking. It's the cops. More than half of fatal accidents involve Cleveland steamer. I'm doing all I can.
Again, I don't know why he chopped up this audio, but I can't find another video of this episode.
Managed to avoid the but there's no way they could escape their biggest threat. Fucking shit! Oh, that was a close one. Big surprise. After 2
hand jobs,
Larry was
expert.
Take that.
An irritant to the tongue. And telling is the best natural way of clearing itself of any HIV that's been built up.
This was actually tough to do, and I'll tell you why. This is actually very difficult to shoot because I had to keep my foot on the gas pedal, and so my co-stunt guy, he's actually steering the station wagon as I'm puking out the window. I can't see in front of me, but I have to keep pressure on the gas pedal. And I had to keep like 25 feet between the station wagon I'm driving and the truck in front of us that's filming all this shit. So it's actually pretty tough. It's actually pretty tough to do. And the puke that they gave me was vegetable soup mixed with Coca-Cola, which damn near made me want to puke anyways. But let's go.
Larry was on a losing streak. First his ass virginity, then
Oh shit.
you alright, man?
If we could look at it,
Penis.
striking him
Cleveland steamer.
at the moment of impact, we'd see the
Get shit on.
the balls,
Stink like shit.
and after
Orgasm.
there's a loss of views and immediate.
Holy shit!
Well, fucking
asshole.
I don't know why this guy butchered up the episode with this bullshit audio, but he definitely fucked it up, but there I am. Alright, so I, the funny thing is that I ended up, reaching out to my family, because that was the first episode that I was on in 1,000 Ways to Die. And I told my mom and dad about it, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be on TV on Friday night, or whatever it was that they aired it, because they gave me a heads up. And I told my grandma about it. So the night that this episode aired, they happen to have like 1,000 Ways to Die marathon, where it's like a 3 or 4 hour marathon of 1,000 Ways to Die. So I'm at home and I turn it on and I'm like waiting for my episode to show up. Now naturally, it was the very last fucking segment of that marathon that they aired that night. Is the last fucking one. I get a phone call from my grandma the next day, and she said, I sat through 3 hours of that nasty show. She gave me the business. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And she said, and I saw you on that show, and what'd she say? I forget her exact wording, but she said, I saw that episode with you in it, and that would never happen. That would never happen to you. And I was expecting her to say, like, of course I'd never drink and drive. And she, and I'm like, well, yeah, that would never happen. And she said, You're half Scottish. Your head would have destroyed that mailbox and you would have been fine. So, yeah. Rest in peace, Nanny. So. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. I get a phone call from them, from 1,000 Ways to Die. And they want to do a backyard wrestling episode. And at the time, I was wrestling a lot. And they said, well, we want you and another wrestler that you're comfortable working with. And do you know anybody that you could that we could get a ring from? And I'm like, yes to everything. So I talked to Jesse Hernandez. And I said, hey, Jesse, I got a ring rental gig for you. He said, oh, brother, that's great. And I said, it's going to be on Spike TV, 1,000 Ways to Die. And so I reached out to my friend Tyler. He's a wrestler. And I said, hey, dude, you want to work on 1,000 Ways to Die? He's like, fuck yeah, let's go. I said, it's a backyard wrestling thing, so let's just take our gear and, we'll show up at 7 a.m. or whatever it was. We get there, and we put on our pro wrestling shit on, and they said, oh no, we have outfits for you guys. Shithead. Oh my god, I gotta feed you soon. Oh. It's almost lunchtime. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but anyway. And we're like, outfits? You guys have stuff for us to put on? And they're like, yeah, go to wardrobe. So we go to wardrobe. And we put on this stuff. And Tyler's looking at me like he wants to fucking kill me. I said, I didn't know about any of this shit. And we start doing our stuff. But the director's like, all right, well, let's see you guys wrestle. So we go into like a little 5-minute match type of deal. And the guy stops us. And he says, hang on. You guys look like you guys know what you're doing. And we're like, well, we do know what we're doing. He said, you guys have to look like idiots. That you don't know what you're doing. So Tyler and I were like, okay, well, let's just oversell the fuck out of everything. And so we did it again, and he was like, oh my god, this is great. So it's very embarrassing for me to show you guys this, but I did make a lot of money out of it. And here we go.
What do we have here? Two dudes on their way to...
That's the shit that they made us fucking wear. That's the fucking shit they made us fucking wear. And there's a lot of stuff that we did that they filmed. Fuck, I shouldn't be saying this shit. I had to shave Tyler. There's a lot of stuff that we filmed that never made it to the episode. Thank God. Because this is as bad as... Fuck. Alright. Whatever. Let's just watch it.
Gay Pride Parade? Nah, just some morons with backyard dreams of making it on the pro wrestling circuit. Yeah! Stinkface and...
Okay, so that's Jesse Hernandez's ring. And Jesse is off to the side there, out of frame. He sees us come out... And he pulls up his... Fucking Jesse. He's so funny. He pulls up his phone like this. And I'm like, brother, please don't film this. Please don't record this. He said, all right, Becky. All right, baby.
Dirt Bomb have been rehearsing their act for the last 2 months.
Jesse may have recorded it for all I fucking know.
People have died doing backyard wrestling.
People who think wrestling is a sham should check out these two. There's no way you could fake being this bad.
They don't realize the danger they're putting themselves.
There's no way you could fake being this bad.
They don't realize.
So I brought my bullwhip, and I actually did this spot
fake being this bad.
where I reeled him in and started choking him.
themselves in. You have trained wrestlers that break their necks. So the odds of these guys hurting themselves are extremely high.
They ripped off stunts from other acts.
Here we go.
And even had a few of their own. One was called Lights Out. Another they were trying
Okay,
out.
so I want to go back just a little bit here. I had just had, the night before we shot this, I had about 6 hours worth of tattooing done on my back, and it was like 98 degrees outside, and there was no shade, and the sun was hitting that canvas, just absolutely cooking the thing, and I had to take bumps on that on the canvas there in the ring, and it's like you could almost hear my back sizzle. It was so fucking hot, and it hurt like a bitch. Here we go.
Another they were trying out for the first time. The chest whacker. Looks like it still needs work. But hold on. Shouldn't the guy who just got whacked fall down? Stinkface and Dirt Bomb didn't realize it, but fluorescent
We
bulbs
almost became a
contain
tag team called
mercury
Stinkface
vapor,
and Dirt
an
Bomb.
odorless,
A
colorless
1,000 ways to
substance.
win.
Over the last few weeks, Dirt Bomb was smashed with over 200 tubes, breathing in the toxic dust. Even worse, his open stapler wounds acted as a direct conduit to his bloodstream. Dirt Bomb didn't know it, but he was mainlining mercury.
The exposure of mercury through an open wound can increase the
No, it's not
toxicity
time.
associated with mercury. The cumulative exposure by the sheer volume of the number of light bulbs would have accumulated in his respiratory system and led to brain damage as well as tachycardia, which is a rapid heartbeat, and then eventually death.
Stinkface and Dirt Bomb were talentless, clueless, and now one of them is lifeless.
All right, so that's that one. That's like a really fucking embarrassing one. But who gives a fuck? I made some money. I didn't show that one to my grandma. Not at all. So let's keep going. So this one stars me, obviously, and my truck, the Pork Chop Express. And for some reason, it never aired in America. I think it aired in Italy.
È sempre bello rivedere i vecchi amici d'infanzia e
And that's
ricordare
my
i tempi
truck. That's the
passati.
truck I had.
A meno che uno dei vostri amici non sia come questo indelicato furfante.
Before
Inizia
I
a
sold it to
piacermi.
my friend Paul.
Cosa?
Inizia a smuoversi qualcosa. No, andiamo.
I wish that this was in
disgustoso, voglio
English
scendere.
because
Era una
the
battuta.
trash
Patrick e i
talking
suoi
that I
amici
was
si ritrovano
doing
2 volte all'anno da quando si sono diplomati. E ogni
so
volta
fucking funny. What's going on here? Had a pretty good mullet wig there. And the thing is, with 1,000 Ways to Die, is that what's fun about it, I'm not a good actor. I'm just not. That's why I wanted to be a stunt guy. I never wanted to be believe it or not, like I really don't like attention and shit like that. But when you're doing, work on this show, I mean, you do some stuff, but they also give you some lines and shit, but they're pretty loose about it. At least they were. All right, so I piss off my friends, and I shove a potato in the exhaust pipe there. Anyway, like I said, I mean, there is some acting to it, and I'm not really comfortable doing that shit. I'd rather get set on fire and jump through a window and shit instead of like doing lines and stuff. But a lot of this stuff on 1,000 Ways to Die, like I just kind of improv. And there's another clip I'm going to show you guys where there's a couple people that like flew out from New York and auditioned to be in the episode. And it's one that I'm in. I'm going to show you guys. And I'm like, you guys actually, they're like, yeah, one of the guy in the episode, he said, when did you audition for this? And how bad was it? I'm like, I didn't audition for shit. I got potato. There we go. He said, what do you mean? I said, I'm a stunt guy, dude. I don't fucking do any acting. So, we're going to see that one next.
Quel proiettile si è incastrato nell'orbita oculare.
So yeah, that was my truck, the Pork Chop Express.
Non dimentichiamoci che subito dietro il bulbo oculare c'è il cervello. Perciò se si causa un'emorragia, di conseguenza si muore.
Alla fine di chi lingua perisce, di occhio perisce. Addio.
Last blast. Alright, so let's check this. This one is actually the last episode I was in on 1,000 Ways to Die. And they needed a fat guy. I wasn't really fat then. I am now. So, but I don't know if they had trouble finding a fat guy or whatever, but I guess the director that was on this, that did this episode, he's like, fuck yeah, bring Jay in. Fuck it, let's go. And when I showed up on stage, he's like, hey Jay, I'm like, oh dude, what's up? So I kind of got the job just because of other shit I've done on that show with that guy. So anyway, here we go. Macbeth.
There's no vastness my love cannot overcome.
Yeah, so these two actually auditioned and got the part. They did lines and they did a reading and I want to say it was this guy. He came out from New York to do this, and I was kind of blown away by that.
Love cannot overcome.
It takes talent and dedication to become a good actor.
We're supposed to have rehearsal an hour ago.
Pudgy the Pirate here had neither. But
Pudgy the Pirate
he didn't need it.
Wrong. Rehearsal starts when I get here. And if you don't like it, you could go out and buy your own theater company.
Franklin was a .com half a billionaire, 37 and retired.
Ring the rig, it's time for me to fly.
Time for me to fly.
He kept himself amused by starring in his own productions.
Deep down, this person knows that they would never win the role, so they have to buy this role. Narcissists tend to reject objective measures about themselves and the world around them. They're drawn to acting. They're seeking validation.
Franklin actually believed his acting career could take off.
Get this out of my ass!
Okay.
Get this out of my...
I need to go back here a little bit. The way that they had that harness set up on me and the wires and shit, it went right up my fucking ass cheeks. And and what I say here is real. They left the cameras on. I didn't know they were recording. This is in between takes.
Franklin actually believed his acting career could take off.
Get this out of my ass!
But first he had to achieve liftoff. The harness was set up to hold 180 pounds. Porky Pan tipped the scale at 225.
Porky Pan.
This is a heavy fellow. You put a lot of load onto the cable and it snapped, frayed through. You've got a whole system that's racing through itself to try and catch up and even out its velocity. The cable's coming at you like a whip, and now it's got meat hooks on it. That's a scenario for death.
The cut cable whipped through the air at 700 miles per hour, slicing clean through his jugular.
Now, a lot of the stuff they say is based on real events. I don't know how accurate or true that is.
Kids.
It's time for me to fly!
It's time for me to fly!
having enough common sense to not make yourself the star of your own show and fly around until you kill yourself? Priceless.
That was a good one. But that was, I think that was my favorite one that I've done. Alright, so, those are the only ones I could find of me in 1,000 Ways to Die. But I did do stunts in a porno. I've done porn. Your Uncle Jay has been involved in porn. I get a call from Nick Planico. And I've worked with him before. And he said, "Hey Jay, I'm working on a shoot out in the valley, and you want to come out and make a few bucks, a couple hours?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. What's the gig?" And he said, "Where are you going to get shot? Maybe go do a stair fall, you know. Just bring your pads." I'm like, "Okay." So he gave me the address, and it was Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen's childhood home, actually. At least that's what he told me. I don't know if it's true or not. And I get there, and there's lighting trucks and everything that you would expect, you know, from, you know, working on a shoot. And I call him. I said, "Hey Nick, I'm here." And he said, he's whispering. He said, "Hey Jay, we're filming a scene right now, but go ahead and go to the front door of the house and open up the front door. Just be very quiet and look to your left, and you'll see me there." I'm like, "Okay." So they're obviously filming. I open up the front door. I open it up, and I look to my left, and I see Nick. I'm like, you know, and I got my bag. And he's doing this. And I'm like, okay. You know, and I shut the door behind me quietly, and I look to my right, and there's a guy fucking a woman on a desk. And there's tons of, like, fake cocaine everywhere. And I did this. Like, 10 feet from me. And Nick had to turn around, and I go up to him. I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?" He's all, "I didn't tell you where you're going to work on today, did I?" Nick Planico was one of the fucking best. He was so fucking awesome. And the porno is called Lady Scarface with Carmen Luvana. And I had to squib her up and all that stuff with her puss right in near my face. And it was pretty awkward. It was weird, man, being on a porno set. That was a first for me. But here's the shootout scene that I'm in, and why don't we go back a little bit. She was awesome. She was really nice and friendly and everything. I don't know if she's still doing the prawn. But here we go.
Don't worry, baby. We'll get you out of here.
Great actress, too.
Say hello to my new friend!
Okay, I gotta pause this right here. This is back in the day when, like, in the mid-2000s, when they're making pornos, like trying to make, like, big productions out of them and stuff like that. Like feature movies and shit like that, and it obviously didn't work. But hey, I made a couple $100, so.
Want some more?
There I am right there. No, hang on. That's me right there.
Fuck with me?
There's your Uncle Jay right there.
Fuck with me?
There I am. There's my moment in the adult film industry. So, anyways, I'm going to keep looking because I know there's a couple other episodes of Being 1,000 Ways to Die. I'll find them and I'll put them up. So, But let's give a shout out to the people who posted these videos. Former Human, give that guy, give him a like, thumbs up. Ricky Raceway! He did a couple of them. Digital Man 28. And this guy that decided to completely butcher the fucking audio. Give him a fucking sub. Alright guys, high fives and boners. If you like this little piece of Hollywood history from your Uncle Jay, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It doesn't cost you fucking anything. And check out my bullshit down below. And I will see you latest. Ugh.